Hello, everybody. Um, Shit, I never do any of these, don't I? I don't know, From Us 9 or something? That's a... I've heard 2 songs from them, they're pretty good. I think they're From Us 9? Or I Almost 9? It's something or other. But anyways, today we're playing Dear Esther. Now, why am I playing an old-ass game? Old-ass walking sim? Well, to be honest with you, I have no idea. I saw my Steam library. I don't really want to get too invested in a game tonight because I have to go to sleep early tonight. So I'm just like, we're gonna play whatever this is. So if this gets uploaded, I lasted through the entire game without getting bored. If I don't, well, you'll never know. So, anyways, we're just gonna get started. So, yeah, I just saw this was on my...
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude.
Oh god, I'm sorry, even with a fucking... Even in a goddamn,
A split opened up, and it beached remotely here.
too big. I'm sorry, even with, like, my mouse sensitivity has to be up, even if I'm playing a game where I'm just, like, not even supposed to, like,
No matter how hard
quit
I
shooting.
correlate, it remains a singularity. An alpha point in my life that refuses all
Also, I
hypothesis.
hear this game is haunted.
I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Wow, I can just walk back. Now, I know this is a source game, so I can just, like... Oh, I just died.
Come back.
Oh, well, I didn't know I could die in this game. Oh! Okay, that was kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Damn. Kind of spooky, I'm not gonna lie. What type of fucking thingamabobber is that? Now, I wish I could, like, disable the, flashlight at any points. I'm just pressing buttons, so it seems like nothing's doing that. That's a lot of paint. Alright, well, we're gonna keep continuing along. Let's go up. Alright, this game needs a run button. Like, right meow. Alright, this game looks really pretty. It's hard to tell sometimes at this game. I can't even fathom to think that this is a... Oh. Did I miss something? I miss a pathway. I think I did. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Alright, and I also appreciate that I cannot look all the way up. Alright, we're gonna keep moving over here. Alright, yeah, it's been a long day, you know, work, other bullshit, and, blah 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 blah. Can I use the arrow keys? This is a pretty game. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love exploration games like this. Like, one of my most hyped games of the year is a game called Lawrence Lure. I think it was like one of the second games I played on this channel. I think I did that whole video without commentary, but I like 100%ed it. I didn't speedrun it. I'm not a fan of speedrunning. It's just that I'd rather just play shit at my own pace, you know. Wonder if anyone has ever sped ran this game. It's probably be boring as fuck. Like, holy shit.
There was once talk of a wind farm out here, away from the rage and the intolerance of the masses. The sea, they said, is too rough for the turbines to stand. They clearly never came here to experience the becalming for themselves. Personally, I would have supported it. Turbines would be a fitting contemporary refuge for a hermit. The revolution and the permanence.
Alright, there's a... Isn't this like the golden ratio or some shit? Now, is this a game of ranching paths?
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Alright, I guess we go back the other way. Alright, come on, give me up. Yeah, this story is not catching my drift so far. The only thing I'm like interested in is seeing if there's any more like hidden ghosts or anything like that. It's part of the fun of like watching what's that one Netflix show, Haunting of Hill House. Highly recommend that show. The show is so good. Wow, it feels like I'm actually like walking faster. I mean, at least this game sounds great. God, living near a beach would be so fucking cool, man. Is there someone up there, or? Kinda looks like there is, but it just might be my imagination, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's just go back up this way.
The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
Sound like someone walking behind me.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the
Oh
fishing
yeah,
boats,
they mentioned my name.
and
Holy
notice
shit.
and aid, or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Heard something walking behind me again.
I quote directly, "A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Alright. I mean, it doesn't look like there's someone standing in it anymore. Now that I'm over here. Doesn't even look like there's like glass up in it.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why, asked the farmers. Why, asked Jacobson. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
Yeah, I don't know what the paint's all about. I don't know what that element is. Is that a thing? I can't really tell half the time. Alright, let's just keep going. God, I hate how slow you walk. I mean, I'm not hating my experience so far, and I'm only 15 minutes in. But it's just like, slow walk. I mean, I do like narrative-focused game. Fuck is that? Can I pick that up? Seems like the only interactions I can do is just zoom in with my camera.
I've become
Ooh.
convinced I'm not
Ooh.
alone here,
Ooh.
even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance.
Ooh.
I do not, for instance, remember where I found
Awooga.
the candles, or
Awooga.
why I took it upon
Sorry.
myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Ooh, we're gonna walk into the Stonehenge. Lesbos. Ooh, a book. Units in chemistry. Okay. Alright, I gotta see what's over here. Ah. Okay, let's go back. Do 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 do. Boop boop doop boop doo boop boo. Boom boom. Game has good sound design though. Really feel like I'm on some fucking island. Some windy fucking island. Damn, no turning back, I guess. Oh.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
God, I still wish this game had fucking running. Alright, we're gonna investigate the boats. I doubt this game has fall damage. Excuse me. Sorry. Damn, you really don't get any reward for, like, exploring this bullshit, do you?
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Oh, what? Wait, what does that say? What? Neither did he eat nor drink. I can't read that other part. I mean, I guess you get more story for exploring, but like, straight up, I'm not really interested in what the dude's fucking saying. And he did not, and neither he ate nor drank. I mean, like, I'm kind of interested in what these paintings and all that bullshit are supposed to be. Assuming it's for a cult or some bullshit? God, why is there no fucking run button in this goddamn game? And if only I had my controller hooked up, I would probably just be like spinning on my right control stick at the moment. I'm wondering, can you see the fucking text on it from over there? I mean, yeah, you can.
All night the boy has kept me lucid. I sat, when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island, I sat at the edge, and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night. He is mute, and he is retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf-mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
Did he just say the R word? That stopped me in the tracks, not gonna lie. Wait, what's that? Wait. I'm supposed to go up there. Oh! Yeah, I'm supposed to go towards that. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna make the slow trek over. I can probably play a couple games of solitaire by the time I get up there. Like playing support Yumi. I think I played Yumi once. I also don't really play League of Legends that much. I can't play that shit by myself. People are too mean to me.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Alright, that's nothing. Wait, what the fuck? That thing? No, it's just
What charnel house lies at the foot of this abyss? How many dead shepherds could fill this hole?
the fuck? It's straight up making howling noises. Weird. Ooh, a house. Alright, we're going up there. I mean, I'm more interested in the creepy shit that's kind of going on in this place. Only I can fucking run! Yeah! that figure at the top, or I can't really tell, to be honest, because like it's just
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
dude, are you joining a cult?
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
So is there like a Cthulhu or something?
Three cormorants seen at dusk. They did not land. This house built of stone, built by a long-dead shepherd. Contents: my camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my
fuck off.
torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
God, still more elements. Excuse me. Almost winter time too. It's uncomfortably hot outside. For the past week though, it's been like 80. So ah, the hooded figure is gone. Alright, I guess we're going down here. Massive pathway there. God, living by the sea must be super cool. I was about to live near a giant lake. Would have had to have a humidifier in my place. Ah, sorry, I was taking a drink of my water.
In a footnote, the editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver. He's not to be trusted. Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined. Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur with the right eyes.
Whee!
Come back.
Lame. Yeah, at least I got a Steam achievement for that. I guess we gotta find ways to die in this game. I mean, the soundtrack's kind of pretty, I guess. Definitely atmospheric, but I don't see myself listening to it on its own.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against
What the
my
fuck is that
shoreline,
noise?
drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
I better get something for going over here. Aberdeen history? Okay. Alright. Guess we go down. Oh.
From here, this last time, I have understood there is no turning back. The torch is failing along with my resolve. And hear the singing of the sea creatures from the passages above me, and they are promising the return of the gulls.
Oh damn, no more flashlight. Oh well, it's kind of annoying anyway. I remember there's... Okay, I'm gonna be real. I have seen some of the ghosts. I've seen the house one and then the initial house one. There's one where you can see ghosts in a reflection of the water, I believe. Go away, dreamer.
There is no other direction, no other exit from this motorway. Speeding past this junction, I saw you waiting at the roadside, a one last drink in your trembled hands. I think it was over here that you could see it. It was in by the waterfall. Oh, I gotta jump down, I guess. It was very pretty though. See, I'm kind of in. You know what? I don't understand like the unappeal of walking simulators. Like why they won't be appealing to a lot of people. So you're just kind of waiting. You're just holding down the W button until something happens. But like I don't know if your world is just like pretty or like cool to look at. I don't really mind it as much. Although there's like sometimes where you can like add like a good game with your pretty world. And this has like no gameplay other than holding S. I meant the holding W. Holding S is Serious Sam, by the way. I am personally not the biggest Serious Sam fan. I think like those games are like hard, but not in a fun way. Personally, that's just me. I've seen other people on the internet being like it's hard in a good way, but yeah, for me personally, it's just hard in a unfun way. I've never played the sequel though. I hear that one's actually really good, especially since it's all cartoony and bullshit. Again, but holy shit, if you have enemies approaching from all sides, that'd be kind of impossible. This kind of reminds me of like the cave world. This cave level reminds me of a story about my uncle a little bit. That was a good game, but that was way too fucking short. I was just getting into a world. I wanted to see more of it.
Traveling through my own
But by
body,
the time
following the line of infection from the shattered femur towards the heart, I swallow fistfuls of painkillers to stay lucid. In my delirium, I see the twin lights of the moon and the aerial shining to me through the rocks.
Oh, fuck. Let's just go this way first. This soundtrack is gorgeous. Holy shit. It may be... It might also be because I've been listening to a lot of Dead Can Dance lately. That's a good band. I highly recommend them. Damn, why haven't I recommended them at the beginning of my videos yet? What the fuck is wrong with me? I need to clean my monitor. God, I wish you could fucking run, no! I mean, that's clearly the pathway up, right over there. I'm glad I disabled the crosshair when I was initially looking at the settings, though. Makes this game a lot better. And, you know what place I recommend? Mammoth Caves. I recommend bringing a coat. Oh, please. Please, game. Yes! 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 Alright. I'm unfortunately not a chemist. I bet you there's someone who's explained the story of this game online. Probably a good thing to fall asleep to tonight. Not because it's boring, but, you know. Sometimes I fall asleep to, like, people talking. Sometimes leave, watch, Todd in the Shadows videos while I'm falling asleep. Nothing against Todd in the Shadows. I love his content. What the fuck are these?
This cannot be the shaft they threw the goats into. It cannot be the landfill where the parts of your life that would not burn ended up. It cannot be the chimney that delivered you to the skies. It cannot be the place where you rained back down again to fertilize the soil and make small flowers in the rocks.
I was gonna fucking quit the game if I could not get it out of that pool. I'm not gonna lie. Behold, Damascus is taken. Is fake? Take? I think that says taken. Oh, it's just weirdly textured. Okay. That's just a source engine thing, I think. Am I creeped out by this game? Not really. Even with the ghosts in it. I think this is where you can see like a reflection in the water of a ghost. Oh. Oh, the game just got interesting. Is that a baby crying? Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Oh, come on, game. Can't just like.
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing because I'm pretty sure I keep hearing two different voices. Now, where's the fucking radio? Oh, it's up there.
We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Huh? So wait, I'm assuming I'm playing Esther? Oh, that's kinda cool, they painted all over the fucking, thingamabobber. Look at that cliff face. Yeah, we are gonna go over there just in case there's more dialogue. 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 Huh? Sounded like a door opening. I don't know what that fucking noise was.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac, the leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been traveling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Shown heaven from light from heaven shone around him. The light from heaven shone around him. Okay, cool. Alright. God damn, I wish this game had a fucking run button.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Okay, my guy. Yeah, after this game, I'm gonna have to look up a story explanation video because I have no fucking idea what's going on. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him and he fell to the ground. Okay. Eggs. Interesting. Alright. Time to begin the slow trek towards the radio tower. And the game will most likely end. I am about an hour into this recording. I think there might be an obvious cut somewhere where I went to the bathroom in the middle of it. Yeah. And straight up, I feel like I was taking my time, taking everything in. I mean, as a person with ADHD, you can only hold my attention for like set amounts of time, especially when you don't have a run button in a game where you walk painfully fucking slow.
I will drag my leg
It
behind me.
absolutely sucks.
I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
Oh. Hello. Alright, that's a person in a dress. Yeah, it's gone now.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Very pretty game, though. Like, really. And he was proceeding on his journey. And as he was proceeding on his journey... Any more ghosts I can see? Nah. Oh, goodness. Ah, shit. My mouse just automatically... Since I have a wired mouse, when I let go of it, it just kind of resets to a different precision, fortunately. Alright, we're gonna turn over here. And was come near to Damascus. And E with 3 couldn't either eat nor drink.
If only Donnelly had experienced
And he
this,
was 3
he would
days
have realized
without.
he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Damn, I guess the lighting became bisexual for a moment. Oh my god. I understand you're a fucking old ass man. Come on. New house. Enter.
Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled,
Dude,
washed
this is
onto
like
the
a...
lost shore
Would
under a
this be
moon
like a
as
World War
fractured
II
as a
type of
shattered
thing?
wing. We cleave, we are flight and suspended, these wretched painkillers, this form inconstant. I will take flight, I will take flight.
There's a house over there. I mean, it's too late now, but cool. I don't even think there was like a way over there. There's like not on our path. Ah, goodness. I was not reading this, I'm not gonna lie. Oh well, I'm not gonna fucking bother. I don't really care. It's probably somewhere on the internet. I was really that curious.
Blind with panic, deaf with the roar of the caged traffic, heart stopped on the road to Damascus, Paul sat at the roadside hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull. As useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goat herd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sanford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
I love how this texture is actually floating above the mountain texture. This game has great sound design, I'll give it that.
We will leave twin vapor trails in the air, white lines etched into these rocks.
Is this dude gonna commit suicide?
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
So he came up here to kill himself, or what? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Come back.
Oh, okay. Cool. That was that was the game. Do I feel like I wasted an hour of my time? Eh, it was fine. I mean, I also didn't pay for it. It's been in my fucking Steam library for probably about like 3 years. So, or maybe even more. To be honest, it's probably been in there since like 2017 or 2016. But, you know. Anyways, uh, does Jonathan Blow still make games? Man, that's a game. But yeah, anyways, this was this game. Uh, don't have many reactions to it because I had no idea what was going on. I just looked at the pretty colors and kind of ended the game. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut it there. Yeah.